They said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, like, why don't you do Doris's sideline reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting for them. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that, and I'm trying to figure out like how to just, my thing is that I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy one-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You're not gonna find it with me.
Think about this though, bro. How many times we as black people have said that we was qualified? We know we qualified. We know we qualified for the job, but we didn't get it because they gave it to the white person just because he was white. How mad were we? Because they looking out for their own. How mad were we? When you know you deserve the job and they give it to a white person just because he white. We've been dealing with that our whole life. And that pisses us off. We ain't getting recorded, but we say shit too behind closed doors. So I get it. I get it why Rachel mad. Rachel ain't never showed me no signs of being racist. But I would be mad too if I worked my whole life for a job and they gonna give it to a white dude just because Donald Trump in office. Or just because a white kid got killed and at the time it'll look better for a white person to have a job. I would be mad too. It's just the facts. I ain't trying to be liked. I'm speaking the truth. We rocking with both of them, Maria and Rach, but this the truth. We all ramble. We say things when we frustrated, and Rachel did deserve that job. It's just plain and simple. I talked to Rachel, and I know a lot of things she was saying out of frustration because ESPN put her in a bad position, and they even put Maria in a position of trying to give Maria a sympathy job. They was trying to make themselves look good because all the Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd stuff was going on. So ESPN tried to make themselves look good by taking the job from Rachel that she had already had, that they'd already told her she had, that she deserved, and give it to Maria just to make themselves look good. It wasn't a genuine job they wanted to give Maria. It's ESPN is behind all this, bro. It's all their fault. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame Rachel. I love Rachel, and I'm going to stand behind her. I spoke to her, and I'm going to stand behind Maria, too. But ESPN, y'all some suckers. Y'all some suckers because y'all did this. Y'all tried to give Maria a job, and it wasn't genuine. And look what happened. Come on, man. It's all ESPN fault. We love both of them.
It's high time a sister get on the sideline. What the fuck is wrong with that? Why you got a problem with it? You done passed up people for so long. You think you a hell of a motherfucker. Because they putting that contour makeup on your nose or something. You think that motherfucker ain't big as a motherfucker or something? You chill the fuck out. Let that sister shine. Shut up. You been shining for no fucking reason. Hell you. You get to sit next to LeBron the whole time. What, you mad because you ain't going to be next to LeBron? Or whatever celebrity? Chill the fuck out. It ain't your turn no more. You done did it for goddamn year after year after year. You been on the sideline of football too. Allegedly.
So the first thing they teach you in journalism school is don't be the story. And I don't plan to break that rule today or distract from a fantastic finals. But I also don't want to let this moment pass without saying how much I respect, how much I value our colleagues here at ESPN, how deeply, deeply sorry I am for disappointing those I hurt, particularly Maria Taylor, and how grateful I am to be part of this.
Because let's quickly talk about Miss Rachel Nichols. Maria Taylor knows what a generational talent she is in the broadcasting world, so I don't even got to go there and hype her up. Let's talk about the fact that she actually played basketball. And if you want to go there, let's go there. Let's talk about how you're related to Diane Sawyer, arguably the queen of ABC. Nah. You got your job as one of the faces of ESPN because you're so entertaining and talented and so good at it, right? You are a woman in the sports world, and you sat there and you laughed about the Me Too movement, about your fellow women complaining about being sexually assaulted at work. You think that's funny? What really got me is you're tired of the Black Lives Matter movement because you weren't tired about posting about it or making your stupid little storybook monologues about it. Maybe instead of crying and calling Maria a diversity token, you can direct that energy to the people who think there can only be one woman on that stage. And if we're being real, Rachel Nichols is a subpar reporter. Subpar. Boring. Not great. I'm sorry your white privilege didn't work this time. Maybe next time.
Hi, you guys. So I'm sure you guys have heard about this by now. If not, what happened was last season, and I don't know how true all of this talk about diversity is, and maybe it is true, which I don't understand why ESPN is not practicing that anyway. That should be something that companies should just feel they want to do to make sure that they are being fair in their hiring practices across the board. Because can't even recall ever seeing Black women in those positions anyway, even though I don't watch the NBA anymore, so I don't really know. I can't say. I know of Lisa Salters, and she's probably the only name that I can honestly speak, to be really honest. And I don't, ESPN, Sports Center, I don't watch any of that stuff anymore, so I don't know who's on there, but I do know over the years from just, when I would watch it and just go past those channels for whatever reason, there's always ex-players, and then there is a white woman there. And so people could very well say the same thing that she's saying, that you're just there because you're a token. Because those players, we understand why they're there. They have expertise in those games, in playing the game of basketball, and they know what it feels like, most of them that are sitting on those panels, to get to the finals. Why are you there? So touche. The same thing can be said about you. And I do agree, because New York Times also wrote an article, and I was reading their article, and they were saying that this is something that just don't happen at ESPN and happens across the board, many different companies and at different levels, where people will use these tactics of like shaming Black people for companies finally deciding to practice diversity. You can think about all the years that you didn't see a Black woman there. So you think that it's okay to just overlook that and not say, well, you know what, step back and say, well, you know what, maybe it is time for there to be a new face in this position. And then Steven Jackson said, oh, it's this is all on ESPN. ESPN is the one who created this. No, actually, they didn't, because whoever has the authority at ESPN to decide who they want hosting the finals, or whatever they call it, whatever the title was, because I believe this was for last year, and I don't know if they're going to have the same issue this year or not. That person, those people or person, that's who's making that decision. That's not for Steven Jackson to make. That's not for this Rachel lady to make. That's for the people who have been assigned that task to make. So for people to come out here and start telling somebody else how to do their job and what's right and what's wrong for ESPN is where the problem comes in, and where the entitlement comes in as well. But it's like Kwame says, the go along, get along. And that's what those Black people are that are involved in all this stuff. They're going to say whatever it is to make themselves look like they, the sheep that they are. Let me know what you guys thought about all of this in the comments. What did you think about what Jalen Rose's daughter, Mariah, had to say? And to my understanding, Maria herself, she has not made any statements. She probably won't. I believe the article said her contract is expiring within the next few weeks. And so she's probably not going to say anything, to avoid any type of retaliation. However she feels about it, she can't speak on it. But yeah, the way, just listening to that lady talk in that recording, she sounds racist to me. It definitely sounds like she decided, well, let me go out here and throw this race card out. and start acting like, oh, they just try to give it to her because she's black, as if she's not sitting in her position because she's a white woman. We don't see a bunch of diversity around there, sweetie. So yeah, maybe it is time for them to practice that a little bit. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. And I'm talking about all the way around the board, because I don't understand when you do go to these channels, you don't see like real diversity. You don't see Asian and Latin people from the Latin community, or other minority groups involved in these shows. And even if they don't play, they are probably watching. So why not represent the audience? And I think that's fair. That's just me. That's what I think. I'm sure Steven Jackson has his own ignorant reasons for his own ignorant thoughts. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.